Wubba lubba dub dub! Yes, greetings. How is everybody? Hopefully you've had a lovely time of it recently. Thank you so much for watching my previous 2 episodes. This is episode 3 of Inkpot Monkey Reacts. My name is Ken Boyter and I am the Inkpot Monkey. Welcome. We are doing, as you probably guessed from the thumb and the title and my little catchphrase, it's not my catchphrase. No, we are going to be watching trailers from Rick and Morty.
Yeah!
Yes, Rick and Morty. Now, I know strictly speaking, it's not fantasy. And I'm trying to do a fantasy channel here. The fantasy will be running through all the core of everything that I do. Now, if you do want to suggest some show ideas and episodes and what to do, please leave some comments. I'm open to suggestions. At the moment, I'm doing reacting to trailers. It looks a lot of fun. I've seen other YouTubers do it, and I thought, yeah, why not? I'll give it a go, because I am big into fantasy, as you probably guessed. I do have another YouTube channel that I co-created with Julian Newman-Turner, and the channel is called The Bottled Imp, where we have over 400 episodes, most of which are film reviews, book reviews, and board game reviews, all on a fantasy theme, but there's some other stuff thrown in there for good measure. So why am I going to be looking at Rick and Morty? Well, for one, it's amazing. Absolutely love Rick and Morty. It's so funny, it's very clever, the characters are brilliant. If you've never seen it, I can't believe you wouldn't have seen it, but if you've never seen it, check it out. Strictly speaking, it is science fiction, but I'm getting around it because there are fantasy references dotted throughout a lot of the episodes. Plus, there is one episode where Rick and Morty do an adventure, and normally it's Rick's adventure. He does what he wants. But Morty, his grandson, so Rick. So if you don't know, Rick is a mad scientist, and well, is he mad? I mean, that's up for debate. I don't think he's mad. I think he's quite rational, although he does go a bit insane quite a lot of the time. But anyway, he is a scientist. He is the cleverest man in the universe, or should I say, multiverse. And he sort of goes off on these intergalactic adventures, but he also has a domestic life. He's got a family. And he's got a grandkid that he takes along as his sidekick, basically. And as they've done 5 series so far, as the series have progressed, Morty, who's a bit fretful, he's a sort of good-natured, but he's a bit, a bit of a worrier. He eventually kind of grows. His story arc kind of grows. He gets a bit more stronger in terms of standing up to Rick, because it's quite an abusive relationship that they have. But it is very, very funny. Not that I excuse it, but hey, no, it's good to watch. It's fun. And they basically, Morty says, look, do you know what? I want an adventure. It's my turn to choose the adventure. So he goes to a medieval fantasy world. And that's my excuse to say, yes, Rick and Morty does qualify for a fantasy channel. Plus, there is an episode, I think, where a lot of it takes... But yeah, it's a dragon. There's the dragon episode. I can't remember what that's called. The one I'm talking about is called Me Seeks and Destroy. So, honestly, I could do a whole channel on Rick and Morty. Maybe there's an idea. Anyway, that's sci-fi. But we are going to get away with it because there are fantasy elements that are sprinkled throughout the 5 series. Now, what's piqued my interest, apart from watching the series at all, but obviously... those trailers that have come out for the previous episodes, for the previous series, they're quite old now, I guess. Whereas, there is some new trailers for Rick and Morty because they're live action.
Yeah!
Yes, Rick and Morty is an animation, if I didn't point that out to begin with. I don't think I did. There's a live action, at least 2. I've seen one of them, and it was literally about 3 seconds or 4 seconds long. And it sort of like, whoa, what's this? What's going on? What are they doing? What are they up to? But there's at least another one, maybe another 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch all of them, if there's 2 or 3, right now. We'll get my reaction, and then we will come back and have a little quick discussion about it. So, away we go! So I found the first one. I believe it was very short. I did watch it a couple of times before. So let's watch it again, refresh my memory.
Morty. Well,
Oh, jeez.
And that's it. Short and sweet. A little bit like Morty. It's weird seeing live action when you've watched them obviously as an animation. It's very strange seeing live action. I guess it's almost like if you have a beloved book and then they adapt that into a film, and it's like it's not quite going to be the same as the book. It can't quite possibly be the same. So it's sort of it's going to have to warm up on me. But anyway, I think if I just click play, then the second trailer, which is slightly longer, that I've not seen, but I've seen advertised, I think that's on the end of this one. And away we go!
Rick, you did it again. Didn't you learn anything from last time? Oh, I thought you...
are you kidding?
Hey!
Never.
Pick a Rick! Oh, so reference to one of the episodes. Honestly, every episode is brilliant, but Pickle Rick. Is there another one? I'm going to carry on playing. No, that's it. Let's find out what I really think. Breaking news. Well, it's breaking news to me. While I was doing a little bit of research for Rick and Morty after watching the trailers, I discovered a third one. I don't know how long it is. It could be long, it could be short. Let's find out.
100 years, Morty. 100 years. RickandMorty.com.
It was short, but still funny. I love my grandkids. I do. Yeah, there we go then. So 3 short snippets of the live action Rick and Morty. Now, I don't know where this is all going. I did do a bit of research, as I just mentioned before, after watching the trailers, and it seems like this is gearing up for a live action film, which would be amazing. A big feature film, live action, which is an interesting thing to do, isn't it? You would have thought they would do an animation. It's the sort of obvious next stage, I guess, because it is popular. It's like The Simpsons when they did their film. So yeah, and what is it? Oh, South Park. Yeah, they did their film as well, didn't they? So you would have thought they would have done an animation, but maybe they want to keep things fresh. Now, you probably know already if you've seen the trailers or if you just watched it just now with me. Christopher Lloyd as Rick. That is pretty much genius casting, because Rick is that classic mad professor, mad scientist archetype. With a bit of a twist, he's an alcoholic and he's quite a selfish guy, and he burps a lot, and he's always got some sort of sick or some sort of putrid liquid on his chin, which is really funny. And but in good tradition of those sort of mad scientists, Doc Brown from Back to the Future was played, as I'm sure you know, by Christopher Lloyd all those many moons ago, and so it's quite cool that it has come full circle. Jardine Martell, I got my notes down there, that's why I'm reading it off my little notes, as Morty. Now, I've not seen that actor before, I don't think. From what I could gather from internet, he was in the It crowd, or It, I don't know, I got confused there. Was he in It, the film? Leave some comments there, because you're probably screaming at the screen going, you ignoramus. So I've not seen that. I've not watched a lot of films in the last year and a half, 2 years. So I'm sort of a bit out of the loop for what's going on. So this is my way. They're doing these reaction videos, and my way of getting back into watching films, especially fantasy films or science fiction. And yeah, so we have the It Crowd TV comedy in the UK. I don't know if the America made their version of it like they did The Office. Did it mean It or the It Crowd? I think it was It, so the film. So anyway, he looks a good choice for Morty as well, so that's cool. Yeah, what can I say? I loved them, they're brilliant. It took me a bit, the first time I saw it live action, I was like, oh no, I don't know about this. Then upon repeat watching, you do warm up into it and you do think, yeah. So watching that third one, I was pretty much fully on board. Now again, like anything, when they do anything, it has to be the characters, it has to be the stories, that has to shine. Obviously, you can forgive a film or a TV series or even a book a lot if the characters are good and the stories are good. So especially with a film, if the production value is a little bit wonky, if the characters are good and if they're strong and you enjoy them and they're well developed and you care about them and the story is good and it doesn't seem contrived, then you can forgive, wonky sets. I remember watching old Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who as I think they call it now. And the sets were always wonky. The monsters were always cheap looking, but that wasn't the point. Well, it was up to a point, but it was the characters, it was the storylines, it was they lured you in with good stories. And like anything, I'm just going to say we're going to wait and see if this is a film. I don't know if that's been officially announced yet or not. I couldn't really seem to find any announcement. Or B, if it is a live film, feature film. Is it going to be any good? We just have to wait and see. I'm all willing to give these things a try and be open-minded. There we go. Let me know what you thought of Rick and Morty's trailers. If you've not seen them, go check them out. I would recommend them. They do seem a lot of fun and capture the essence of the animated series. If you've not watched the Rick and Morty the animated series, why delay? Don't pluck your eyes out. Go watch them now. Go watch them and eat food while you're watching them. Enjoy them. Make it a special occasion. I'm so jealous if you've never seen an episode of Rick and Morty because you've got 5 series to binge watch. In fact, I've seen them at least 3 or 4 times. Anyway, that's all we got time for. Remember, wubba-lub-dub-dub. If that's his catchphrase, I always butcher stuff like that. May the magic of stories flow through you always.